Well, hello. My name is Josué Ramirez. And this is for my class, Engineering 101. Um, I was trying to make a piano made for out of wood. It's a slab of wood, 4 feet by 3. Uh, I'll say, yeah, about a foot long, like or wide. I should say. Um, I started by purchasing these jumbo craft sticks. I know many of you have seen them with your doctor or something. I was gonna start by this ones, but this ones are a little bit too short for me, and my my finger is a little bit too wide. So trying to play with it, I was gonna be hitting the wrong note. Um, I was supposed to try to make a piano, but at the end it came out like a marimba or uh, something different. But at the end, I'm like, I want to say that it took me a lot more time than I thought it would. Just the planning, I was trying to go for with two slabs, and one slab was going to be a 2.5 wide and about 2 feet long, and the other one was going to be about four. I want to say about a foot long and 12 inches wide. But here's the thing that after giving some thought of and trying to make something more simple, I decided to go for the long route. I'm like making a cutting another scrap of wood that I have laying around there. But at the end, it was more time consuming, even though it seemed like it was going to be a lot faster. I just the tuning by itself, it took me almost 7 hours. The planning about 2 3 hours after overdrilling a couple of holes, making different tries to. I tried a couple of variations to try to see what would be the best setup. But at the end, I came up with this one, which is the long setup. But I would definitely say I tried using this, which is strings a tuner. It's mainly used for violins, cellos, guitars, and basses. Not specifically for guitars. I did download about 30 apps on the my app store since I use iPhone. I also tried using it on a Samsung Note 8, which is a little out of date, I know, but so far I'm like nothing worked. Most of them I had to enter my keystrokes, or I had to enter different um, things that I had no clue what it was asking for. It was sent straight out. A lot of the comments said that they were pretty easy to use, which I had no idea how to start with. So getting that out of the way, this is what I ended up with. Um, it might look different than a piano, because on a piano you have all the strings on the back, or if it's a grand piano, it's pretty much on it takes the whole piece. Plus, it takes a frame to be able to tighten all the keys. But as you can tell, like, it's playable. This one gave me a hard time because it's supposed to be the finest tune, but so far this one's I like because they really sound like a bass. Pretty much, like this thing, you can actually adjust it. You just gotta adjust these screws and go up and down. I'm like, that's the thing that about going up and down. I'm like, it can really mess it up. Sorry, I was gonna say something else, but you can mess it up. Like on this one, you can, as you can see, I'm like, it's not touching any screws, but this one's barely doing it. And I'm like, so far, I tried not touching it, but the thing is that they don't touch, they don't produce a sound, or a good sound, I would say. I'm like, they sound kind of off. I can demonstrate that with this one. I'm like, as you can tell, I'm like, if you barely add pressure to it, I'm like, it won't make a sound. That makes a sound. But just by trying different settings, I'm like, it all depends on the pressure you add to it. Maybe I'm like, that's why you use the screws to put it together, because otherwise you'll be screwed. I'm like, not a good sound, or I'm like, you gotta give the stick some kind of support to be able to make it playable. Another thing is that I tried and playing with different screws. The 3/4 inch screws were the ones that worked. Plus, instead of a washer, I found this ones. They really have some meat to grab on. Trying to find one that and so you can have an idea. I'm like, this one, there it is. That one, instead of a washer, it's already included in it, so it's a lot easier to work with, since it'll grip onto both sticks at the same time. I was gonna go for something much more, or with no washer, but after trying a couple of screws with no washers, I found that they were like really hard to get the sticks adjusted to it, because I would be able to play once or twice, and eventually it would come off from the screws. So that's why I decided to go for this one's 3/4 inch screws. I was gonna use some other ones that they were 2 inches by a quarter, but that was for the other application, which was gonna be more like a piano. It was gonna have the white keys on the bottom and the black keys on the top. I was gonna use a 1/4 inch slab to make a couple of shims and screw it on top, but at the end I ended up going with this super thing. Sorry, yeah, I'm big, you're small, have a nice day, but that's what I usually tell my friends whenever they start bugging me about my weight. All right, I hope you like it. I hope you like what I made. Again, this is Josue Ramirez. I was just making a engineer project for my class, Engineering 101, with Professor Nevius. And by the way, great teacher. And very challenging material, but I started to like this class. Thank you.